Hi everyone, Sarah here from the Paper Cut. It's Thursday night. We are doing a fun time Thursday and we're doing some fall cards. Oops. Well, we know our volume works.
Okay.
Because I said right before I went on that I gotta turn my volume off.
Okay.
But yeah, my mom had hers on. So I can see myself. We could hear me through my mom's computer. So we're all good. Anyways, yeah, it's Thursday night. Some of you bought the kit for the Fun Time Thursday fall cards, so pull this kit out. I'm also doing Saturday, which is the Crafter's Classroom, and we're doing Get Well cards. So that kit, if you got it, you'll pull that out for Saturday. And that one's at 8:45 Central. 9:45 Eastern, 7:45, I don't even know what the time zones and stuff, Mountain or wherever you are, that you are an hour behind us. And then all the way Pacific, it's 6:45, which is super early. So you can either get up and work with me or you can sleep in and then you can watch me while it's saved. So anyways, let's go down to the table. I'm going to talk while I'm down here just because I have to clear something up.
All right.
So last week when I did the vellum cards, I kind of had a brain fart. So I did. I was talking about coloring this image because I did a magic card at I did a class, locally in Door County that I taught a magic card, and they had to color this. So when I was talking last week during our thing, I don't know if any of you caught it, but I was saying if, for your homework, if you want to color your snowman, but you don't have a snowman. So yeah, I was totally having a brain fart. I taught this in a different class. But anyways, this is one we did last week, and I'm going to put it away now. But yeah, I just wanted to clear that up because, yeah, nobody said anything last week that said, hey, what about we don't have a kit with a snowman in it. And you're right, you don't. So anyways, the Get Well cards that we're doing, the magic card that we're doing is with the new circle window magic card, and you get the image and it's pre-colored. So you really don't have to do anything for that. I mean, I did an email today, so you should have gotten, if you're into tonight's class and Thursday and Saturday's class, you should have gotten 2 emails from me today that just talked about times and where to find me and homework and such. But tonight we're doing fall cards. So I'm going to put this one away till Saturday. What else was I going to tell you? Oh, okay, well, let's just open it up first. Well, I don't need to open mine up because I have some kits right here that I'm going to work with. So we are going to start with our alcohol ink one. So you can pull this one out first. And then we're going to move on to the Flip It one, which I have 2 partially cards. Oh, this one's done. We're going to start with this one. And then we're going to go on to our Flip It one that I didn't totally color yet. And then we're going to go on to our Semi-Funky Fold Accordion, which I haven't even done my sample yet. So anyways, we'll get started. But what I was going to say was, while we're opening our kits, I was going to say that I did not get my recap email out yet. I meant to do it today, but yeah, it didn't happen. So I'm going to share something with you that's going to be in the recap email. And you'll get the email before Saturday, but hopefully tomorrow. In the email, my birthday's on Saturday. I'm turning 56. So on Saturday, I am going to have I'm going to put our sale page up, which I think our sale page might be up right now, but I'm going to take it down. And I'm going to put our sale page back up. And everything on our sale page on Saturday is going to be $5.60.
Oh my goodness.
So I don't know what's going to be on our sale page. So I'm still working on that part. But everything that's on our sale page on Saturday, just Saturday, will be $5.60. So
Nice.
that will be in our email, and then I'll remind you on Saturday if you're doing the craft along. But yeah, so that'll be kind of fun.
Happy birthday to you.
Don't sing happy birthday. So I couldn't do my percentage off, so I couldn't do, I couldn't do 56% off because you guys would all love it, but that would kind of be bad for business. So I figured I'd do that. So yeah, everything on the sale page on Saturday will be $5.60.
It's blank right now, Sarah. The
Is
sale
it blank
page.
right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks, Melinda.
Like I said, I don't even know exactly what it's going to be on there. So I'm going to walk around the warehouse tomorrow, and I'm going to figure out what's going to be on the sale page. It could be some regular priced stuff. It could be some special stuff. It could be some stuff we're discontinuing. It could be some good stuff. So I don't know.
It's all good stuff.
Yeah, it's all good stuff. So we're going to have to wait and see because I don't even know. Anyways, let's start with the happy fall. I'll stop babbling here. We're going to start with the alcohol ink. So we're doing alcohol ink on our gold lava. And I'm kind of set up, but not totally set up. So let's just get rolling here. Let's see. You could use any fall colors. So you could use cranberry. You could use rust. I'm just pulling them out because I haven't totally unpacked from when I taught the class. So I've got terracotta, honeycomb. You could use yellow. You could use a brown. I don't think I used a brown though, so I'm just going to stick with these colors right here. I am going to put bigger drops on here, and I am going to do a tappy tap. Now you can see, I don't know if you can see on there, but I do have the bubbles, okay? On some of the papers, like the holographic, you don't want to tappy tap too much because you end up losing the pattern. This one, you don't end up losing the pattern. So you can tappy tap when it's wetter. It will kind of blend out. As it starts to get dry, you'll start to get that little bubbly effect. So if you don't like the little bubbly effect, you just stop when you want to stop. So let's just get rolling here. So again, I'm going to put bigger drops on here. I still do have a few kits left, not many. The kits will not be on the sale page for $5.60, I can tell you that. So don't wait till Saturday for that. Oh, this one's out, so let me throw that out. See if I can find another terracotta. And cranberry or currant, that works too. And it's hard to duplicate, so even if I do this, it might not look like that. So, and I'm just going to tappy tap, tappy tap, tappy tap. And I could swoosh and then go back and do my tappy tap. So one way that you can hold your, if you don't want to touch your finger on it, you could have a toothpick or a stylus or something to hold it in place if you want to. But see, as I tap, I start to get my little bubblies. But because it's juicier, my bubblies all bleed out. As it starts to get drier, then my bubblies will start to retain. So you can just keep going until you get what you want to do. While that's drying, we are going to weed, which some of you, if you did your homework, or I said you didn't really have to do your homework because I'm going to do it all, and you could do it with me. So yeah, I kind of like that, so I'm just going to kind of stop there. And if I change my mind, if it bleeds out too much, I can go back to it and just add a few tappy taps, but make sure your hands are clean in case you get them dirty while you were doing your alcohol ink. And weed out your happy fall, y'all. I don't know about where you guys are, but it was 70 degrees here today, which is not normal Wisconsin weather, but we're going to be down in the 30s on Saturday. That's going to be more like it.
Oh, that's your dad's birthday too, and he always liked to golf. The last time he would golf would be on his birthday.
Oh. Yeah, he wouldn't be golfing in 30-degree weather.
No.
So yeah, just keep weeding, and then I'm going to use my micro dot adhesive to attach these together to stack them. I did trim them, like, see how they're trimmed right here? I trimmed it after they were stacked. But it's totally up to you if you want to whack them off before that, you can. So yeah. Oh, and I do have to get the new Circle Magic card online too, because we are doing that on Saturday. Okay, so we've got one happy fall, y'all. Yeah, I love me some microdot adhesive for doing these thin words. But yeah. Did anybody catch that? Did anybody say they caught the snowman thing last week?
No, just that snowman was
caught
so
that.
cute.
He was so cute, but nobody caught that I was talking about him like he was actual homework. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just cruising along.
Did you use felt?
Felt. I did use felt. There was felt on here.
Okay. Yeah,
So.
it was warm in Chicago also. Yeah, I bet it was.
I don't want to get my fingers mucked up, but I want to maybe add a few more dots on there. Oh. See, if I do it now when it's drier, now I'll start to get more bubblies.
Yeah, that's a late November hurricane, that Nicole.
Who had a hurricane?
Florida, Diane McAtura.
Recently?
Yeah, last year. It's going on now.
Really?
Yeah, yesterday. And stay safe, all you Floridians and all you people on the East Coast, as that blows through.
Yeah, I did not know that was going on. But yeah, it would seem to reason that we're having weird weather, like there would be weird weather in other places too, except we'll take our weird weather.
Yeah.
Now that probably was not the smartest thing for me to do, where I put them both in there, and I need to stack them and cut them. So I should have just done one. So Sarah was not thinking. Okay.
Oh, Stephanie, you saw it too, huh? Stephanie Huffman, boy. Be safe.
So
it's gone by Stephanie now.
I would normally not do this. I would not attach these while they're on my microdot adhesive sheet because I'm having a hard time keeping my fingers off of that. But I just got carried away and put them both down at the same time. So, which was not smart to do.
Linda Carnes said she was thinking you'd started planning the next craft along when you said snowman.
Well, yeah.
Oh, we could say that.
We could do a snowman one.
I know you were thinking about the weather. Yeah, Melinda, you're right.
Okay. So yeah, don't do what I just did and put them both on and then work on top of your microdot adhesive sheet, because that was not a very smart move on my part. Because now that was not smart, Sarah. But now I'm just going to take my happy fall, because there's adhesive on the back. I'm just going to set it aside, upside down, so my dot's up. Whew, there we go. Okay, clean off your hands, Sarah. Now, the pieces that we have in here, one piece goes on the inside, and this is the Curious White Gold, and I can tell you that we pretty much, somebody scooped up almost all that we have. So I think on the shelf there's only 12 by 12s now. So I think online you will only find 12 by 12s of that white gold. But I did put a 10 count on there instead of a 25 count. So I'm going to put adhesive on the back of my big gold Miri Lava and attach it to the front of my card. There are two of your white gold because one goes on the inside and it's for you to write on.
Cindy Zuberbeer says happy early birthday, Sarah.
Thank you. gonna put our white gold one on the front, and there's another white gold one that's gonna go on the inside. So you can put adhesive on both of them. So yeah, I apologize for using a stock that is not gonna be readily available, but I didn't know that somebody was gonna buy almost everything we had of this one.
Oh, happy birthday, Marianne Phillips. Your birthday was the 8th.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday. That was 2 days ago on Tuesday. All right, so one of our white gold we put on the inside. The other one we're putting on the front. And then our alcohol inked one is going to go right on top of that one. So make sure it's dry. You know, it should be dry, depending on how much ink you put on it. If it's not dry, it'll kind of, as you put pressure on it, it's going to stick to your, ooh, I ran out of tape. And we are going to do our adhesive thing next week, where we're going to see different types of adhesive. So I did just run out of my ATG tape. So if any of you have an ATG gun, I do have another one sitting here, my narrow one. But sometimes people ask me to show how I refill my tape gun. So I may as well just do it right now.
Carol Johnson says, happy birthday, Sarah.
Thank you, everyone. So this one I must have taken the beginning little thing off. Normally there's a little tab on here, but this one is missing one, and I'm pretty sure I took it off. I don't know what I did. There. Yeah, I don't know why this one was missing that one.
Diana Macatura says, happy birthday. Oh my goodness, you people, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. I did get a few birthday cards.
I didn't send out a reminder, Sarah.
That's okay. I appreciate Linda, I got one from, and Kathy, and Rebecca, and Robin Bennett. So thank you. So, okay. So here we go. I put it in. My tape is under here. It's on the bottom, and I fed it through and around. It goes around through the top, and then there's two little slits in here that you feed it in there, and you pull it nice and tight across the top right here. Feed it through your two little slits, wrap that around, and then I just kind of advance my tape until it's feeding underneath each other. And then I just want to get my tape so it's starting right here, so I'm just going to take that where it's, and rip it off right there so it's starting. So we're all set.
Happy birthday, Mona Wilson, tomorrow.
Oh, wow. We're almost birthday buddies. Talk about how the tape should be sticky. Sometimes it starts on the wrong side. Yes, Melinda, sometimes that happens, especially when I'm taking the little tab off of this one. Sometimes my tab will rip off, and sometimes the tape, it's supposed to be on this side, and sometimes it gets stuck. Let's see if this one's right. Yeah, the tape's supposed to be on the underneath side, and sometimes it's on the other side, or it's on this side, and then you can just kind of, I wish it would happen to me, because then I could show you what happens. So sometimes it is like that, where it's on the inner instead of the outer, and when that happens, I just kind of take it, peel it, and stick it to the right side, and then I peel this all the way around so then I get it on the outer. So it kind of looks like I was just making a mess, but it's just, you're kind of getting it to go on the outer side instead of the inside, because yes, occasionally that does happen. So, and sometimes it happens to me when my little tab comes off. But yeah, if it's on this inside instead of the outside, you just kind of stick it down and then it's hard to explain, but you just need to get it on the outside instead of the inside. So I'm going to stick this one back up where my refills are, and next time I run out of tape on my little one, I'm probably going to go, why is this like this?
Oh my goodness, Melinda. One of Melinda's friends threw away 4 of them before Melinda showed her how to fix it. Oh,
Don't throw them away because they are fixable. You just have to wind that around to the other side.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cut off my happy fall, y'all. So I'm just going to cut it right there. And remember, I have adhesive on here because I stuck it down by accident. So I'm just going to stick this down. Yeah, if nothing else, even if you don't use it, like if you think you have a defective one and you don't use it like in your tape gun, you can use it like the red line tape that you lay it down on your paper and then you peel the backing off. So yeah, never throw tape away. There's always a way to use it. So, and then I have my pumpkins, and I did put tape on the back of each one, or foam tape on the back of each one, I should say. Now, sometimes I take my ribbon spools and I pre-cut up my foam tape so then I can just pop it right off. It goes a lot easier when I'm teaching. I didn't get as much on there as I wanted to. But yeah, it's nice to have my foam tape all ready to go. So during class, if you want to pre-cut some foam tape for yourself, that's always a handy way to make things go a little bit faster. Unless you have the stuff that's already pre-cut. That works good too. And you can arrange your pumpkins however you want. Again, this one is our champagne metallic Curious, which we still do have in stock. Yay.
Isn't it nice that the elections are over?
Oh my gosh.
We don't have to listen to all those ads and get all that junk mail.
I
Oh
was
my gosh.
so happy to not listen to ads every other.
That's all I'm going to say. I'm not a political. I don't want to get into politics, but oh gosh.
So yeah, there's our first fall card.
Oh, happy birthday to your husband, Stephanie.
Oh, it's her birthday. Her husband's birthday, I think.
Yeah, he's going to be 75, so.
All right, let's go on to our Flip It card, which is that one. And your kit will look something like like that. Let me get a drink really quick of water, not alcohol.
Yeah, Medicare enrollment time, so those commercials stop. Oh my gosh, yeah, I agree.
Okay, now some of you have different pattern paper. Because I only had so much of this one, so then I just went through my stamp room, like this kit has this one. And I tried to get them all kind of the same color tone, but this one does have ink on it. So we're going to add ink. And if you want to add ink, add ink. If you don't want to add ink, don't add ink. That's up to you. But let's just go ahead and do that first. Now I did put these layers together, and then we used our flag die to cut the little slot. Okay, so I pre-did that for you. And I am going to take a blending brush. And I have, what is this, yellow ochre, and let's see, I have a rust ink pad. I also have a yellow in case I want to brighten it up a little with yellow. I thought I had a cranberry one too. Hang on a second. Because when I went and taught, I took a bunch of stuff out of my stamp. This, I would say my stamp room, but this isn't my stamp room. This is my video room. But I took a bunch of stuff out of here, and yeah, it didn't end up totally back where it belongs. So imagine that. So if, depending on the color of yours, if you want to brush blend some yellow or some yellow ochre onto there, I wanted mine a little more yellowy, so I am just going with yellow to begin with. So it's going to totally depend on which pattern paper you got and if you want to add any color to it. So I started with yellow because that one was a little greeny.
Where do you teach, Sarah?
Actually, the only in-person teaching I did this year was, oh, this one's rust. The top got put on the wrong one. Oh, that one's rust too. Good thing I checked the bottom of my ink pad before. I taught here at my warehouse, but then I also taught in Door County, the store that's up in Door County Rubber Stamps. They do a retreat, so I taught at her retreat a couple weekends ago. So anyways, I'm going to go find my yellow ochre ink pad. Hang on a second.
Oh,
But yeah, when I teach in person, I'm not always the best at putting my stuff away. And this one, yep, they're my yellow ochre ink pad. They got it switched around. Oh, and then I also have my cranberry ink pad. Okay.
thank you, Melinda. Yeah, you you teach that class online every second Saturday in the Crafters Classroom.
Yes, yes. Every second Saturday, Crafters Classroom, I teach. I thought whoever asked was referring to in-person, which I don't do a whole ton of in-person anymore.
Mm.
Oh, I was going to do some yellow ochre first, so hang on. So yeah, you guys just do whatever you want as far as brush blending, color, depending on the pattern paper that you got. But yeah, it's second Saturday, and I do want to try and do more of these Fun Time Thursdays. Because yeah, I haven't done them as much this year as I wanted to. I haven't done my own classes as much this year, you know, except for in the Crafters Classroom. So that is my goal for next year. I always think I have to do a whole bigger class, which I think you guys are probably fine if I did like a 3-card class like I'm doing tonight. So I don't always have to make it as... Okay, so I think I'm good with that.
Whoa, wait a minute.
What?
I did something goofy. That's all right.
Okay.
Not a problem. Delete.
So now, I'm just going to kind of set that aside. Some of you may have a burgundy ribbon. Some of you have the brown ribbon. I ran out of the brown ribbon, but the burgundy matches this stock right here. So that's why I did that. I figured it was okay. I figured you'd give me a pass on that. Let's go ahead though and this is for the inside of our card. Let's go ahead and get that attached inside right away.
You think you'll do a Christmas card class at some point, Sarah?
I am, and I will show it to you next week. And I'm thinking it's going to be the second Thursday. So, I'd have to have a calendar in front of me, but the Thursday before the Saturday Crafters Classroom is when it's going to be. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to color our turkey. This turkey I didn't color. And I'm just going to do kind of a quick color. That yellow was weird. Why that yellow was weird, I don't know.
Sarah,
Yes.
Marion Phillips says she would love it if we could buy the cards for the month to do the classes for the month instead of ordering each week. Saves a ton on postage and I can stretch my crafting budget.
Okay, what was that?
I would love it if we could buy the cards for the month to
Oh.
do the classes for the month rather than buying them weekly.
Yeah, that's why the next one, I'm going to try and have both the Crafters Classroom one and this one ready at the same time. Where this past time, they were ready like a week apart. And it gets a little confusing that way with add-ons, both for you and for me. So yes, this next one, that's why I don't have it ready right now, because I want to have my Crafters Classroom and the Christmas cards ready at the exact same time. So you can order them together. Sometimes that requires me to be ready, and I'm not always the greatest at ahead of time. But I'm going to try.
New Year's resolution, huh? Yeah. A quick class would be great, says Barbara Ratowski. Raztovsky. She's on.
So yeah, it'll probably be like a 3-card Christmas class, not a big one.
Yeah, oh my gosh, you'll have to plan ahead. Yeah, Sarah works better under pressure. She got that from her mom.
Who said that I have to plan ahead?
Melinda.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm not the best at. So I'm just doing a quick color here. So if you color, just sit back. If you pre-color, just sit back and enjoy. Chat with my mom. Chat with Melinda. Chat with each other.
Everybody's been really good.
They're all coloring.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Kits. Are kids available yet? Yeah, if you're Leslie Gerhardt says, are kids available yet? Oh, kits, she meant.
Kits. Yeah, these kits are still available. I have a few left, not a ton. So yeah,
Kids are available too, but
no.
but
Sometimes my kids are available when they're driving me crazy. Grandkids are never available because he never drives me crazy.
no, he doesn't, does he? And the grand dog's not available
And the
either.
grand dog's not available. No.
Oh, how is it going at Costco? Oh, man, I have so much fun at Costco, and I learned so much. Let's see, what did I sell this week? Oh, popcorn. Popcorn, I was doing cheese and caramel popcorn. Oh my gosh, it's to die for. Anyway, I had to do 8 hours that day, and it got kind of silly at the end of the day, and hardly anybody was in the store, so I was just asking them if they wanted to have dinner with me tonight. The only thing on the menu was the popcorn.
Yeah, she has a fun time with that.
If you're in the area, stop and see me. Oh my gosh. I can't tell you when I'm going to be there, but just ask if Subi is there.
Oops. So I just colored this guy without even looking at what I originally colored, so I have no idea if he even looks like my picture. But, oh well. Okay, enough of that coloring. Now I did do a little yellow brush blending around my words and my turkey, so I'm going to do that really quick.
Sarah, did you address this already? Melinda said it would be nice for you to do a Christmas card class and then offer the multiple card kits also.
Oh yeah, I will offer the card kits.
That day I was doing caramel corn, oh my gosh, I gave out over 1,200 samples that day. It was insane.
Okay, so now I am just brush blending a little bit around the edges.
Marion Phillips says she has enough kids and dogs of her own, but she'll take the grandkids. No, Marion. Oh.
Sometimes I like the grandkids better than the kids. Actually, most of the time. Oh, that's not fair to say to my youngest who's out of town. The grandkids and the grandpuppy.
Hi, Marion. I'm doing just great. You can tell.
Okay.
You're going really good. Thank you for asking.
All right. So there we are. Now, I am going to cut off just on my two pieces. I'm going to cut off just past the indent. Okay, so if I'm showing you with a pen, which I'm going to try and do right now, and I just want to, I'm just going to cut off just a tiny bit just to give a flat edge. Okay, so I'm just going to cut off the scallops, not way far in, but just the scallops on both of these. You can use a straight edge if you want. So see, I just cut just inside that. And with the big one, I think I am going to pull out my personal paper trimmer.
Yeah, Leslie, I do spend most of my paycheck at Costco. It's crazy.
You just need a flat edge on one side of the square.
Wendy Little was just at Costco. That's why she's late.
And then we're going to attach the turkey to the big one. And I do have a little, a little of the it's chili actually, around it. So attach your small words to your small one and your turkey to your larger one.
Was I close, Barbara Rostovsky? Well, when you have a name like Bogenschutz, yeah, good job on pronouncing my last name. Artistic license. So someday we'll meet in person and you can tell me.
What was that? I missed that conversation.
Well, I was trying to pronounce Barbara Rostovsky's name, and she said, good job on pronouncing my last name. Artistic license.
Okay, so now we're going to go to the flip it. There are two scores. Okay, and if we fold it, we have the long portion and we fold the score and then we fold the other score. So this is how it's going to work. These two flip like this. So this is your pull tab and it's a lot longer than what it needs to be. So the tricky part is that this piece is too long. So usually if you're at home and you have a little pull here, you can just stamp it on there after you have the right size. So for us to do it, it's a little bit weird. But so we're not going to attach this piece on there quite yet. But we're going to put tape on here. So this is all tape. And our little one is going to attach flush to this score. And then we are going to put a line of tape right here. And then our big one is going to attach over the top of it. So with it in front of you, with the long side on your left, the short side with the 2 scores on your right, because this is your right and this is your left, you're going to put tape on this whole piece right here and attach your autumn blessings, and then you're going to put a little bit of tape in between the 2 scores and attach your turkey over the top of it. When you're setting this up to do it, you just want to make sure that this image in the back is not too big, because if it's too big, it's going to stick out. Okay, so that's why I picked a littler image, and because I want to make sure it covers totally up. See how it's not showing it all on the front? So go ahead and do that. I'm going to do that on mine too. So I'm going to put tape in this whole section. And if you have any tape sticking out with my ATG, I can just kind of roll it back. I'm going to line up the edge, the flat edge of my autumn blessings with my score.
Sizzin. Marion Phillips. I don't know, but Sizzin. That's my
Sizzin.
best guess.
What are we talking about?
Her daughter's last name is Ciszczon.
Oh,
I don't know what that is.
okay, I'd have to look at it. So now, once we get our autumn blessings on there, we're going to put tape between the 2 scores. Okay, tape between the 2 scores. And then we're going to attach our turkey. So you do need a narrower adhesive this time. We're going to attach our turkey flush to the centermost score. And it's going to cover up our autumn blessings.
I got it. Susan is right.
So there's our little dude. Now, before we get to ours, I'm just going to show you how we're going to set this up. So we have our autumn blessings here and our turkey here. We're going to feed the long one through, and we're going to end up putting tape right on the back of our flip it right here. That tape is going to end up sticking approximately right here. And then when we pull it, it'll flip.
Siri came on when I spelled that last name.
Oh, so go ahead, open up. You have your thing folded at the edge of your turkey. Open it up and put tape. Actually, I think I'm wrong here, people.
Oops.
I am wrong, so hang on a second. Hang on. We're going to put tape on the back of our cranberry piece. I got confused because I was talking with this one. So put tape on the back of the smaller cranberry piece right here. Okay. Ignore there on the white. You're just putting it on the cranberry.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to still feed it through, line it up kind of centered, and then stick it down. And our cranberry is going to end up sticking right here. So go ahead, put tape just on our chili or cranberry piece. So just right there. So ignore that one, only put tape right here. Then you're going to kind of line this up centered, and you're going to stick it down. Now when you pull it, it will flip. if we would have put tape right here, it would have like overlapped our slot. Okay, so is everybody with me? Sorry, I shouldn't have shown with this one because, yeah. Ignore that. Teacher had another brain fart.
Oh.
So just in case you need to see again, well, I don't think I can rip it apart. I can. Okay. So we're going to put tape right here. We're going to kind of center that and see how the tape stuck right where I had my little X's. When you center it, it sticks right off to the side of the little slot. So again, I'm putting tape on the back of my chili colored piece or cranberry piece, just the smallest one. Then I'm going to center it right to left, push it down, and then it pulls. Okay, so now's the tricky part, because if you were, and you don't do what I'm doing right now because I'm just showing you. If you were doing this and you had your own little pull here stamp, you could just whack this off and you could stamp your little pull here. Well, this piece we want to attach onto there. And right now, if we attached it, if we fed it in there to our little score there, it's going to stick out way too far. So you can trim approximately 1/4 inch off the end. And if I fed this in here, it's going to go through my slot. See how, I don't even know if you guys can see that. If I fed it in, it can go through my slot. I don't want it to go past that little score in there. So we are going to put tape on the back of this and kind of feed that in. It doesn't actually even need to, we can actually do this. This is the hardest part about this, is having this little pull here not cut to size. We just need it, this is how long it needs to be. So it needs to cover there. So if we open this up, we can just cut it to that length right here that we're seeing on the back. So let's do that. And I know I'm not explaining this one very good. How I did this the last time, I don't know. Okay, I'm a little bit shorter, but that's okay. So now I'm going to put tape on the back of my pull here, and I'm just going to attach it to my white.
Siri comes on. Alexa does the same thing. They're annoying sometimes.
So just make sure that you can trim your pull here, so it's almost as long as the back is when it's pulled open. Then we're going to put tape on it, and you kind of just have to attach it.
Oh, Kathy Dunn said she didn't get another small piece that says pull here.
Oh, I can send you one, Kathy. So, but this pull here, once we have our white piece, because our white piece is trimmed to the size we need it, if we pull it, then we can take our pull here and trim it a little bit shorter than that. That's fine. Then we can put tape on the back of our pull here. And yes, much easier if you have the little pull here stamp, which I do, or when I taught this class in person I did, and everybody stamped their own.
Okay, so for those of you that didn't get...
Some of you didn't get a pull here?
Stephanie didn't get one.
Okay.
And neither did Kathy Dunn.
Okay, can you write their names down?
Yes.
Okay. I'm probably not going to mail them, well, I'll mail them on Monday. I'm not going to mail them tomorrow, in case you are going to order anything for $5.60 off the sale page on Saturday.
Kathy Dunn.
Let's see, I just attached that piece
Oops.
to my white, to my pull thing. And if you want to like make it fancy, you could trim it at an angle.
send one, right?
Yep. And if you want to trim it a little shorter, you can. And yes, you can definitely attach it after.
If there's anybody else that didn't get one of those, just let us know.
Preferably, if it's not tonight and you're not telling my mom right now, if you're watching the replay, you need to message me or email me, because I don't go back and look at the replay comments a lot.
Okay.
So now we have that. So now we just need to attach it to the front of our card. But before we do that, we have a little bit of ribbon. So we have this copper one that I did not put any tape on. I just put some tape on the back. And then I just wrapped it around the back. What?
Marion Phillips said, it sounds like I've had a number of fun careers in my life. Marion, I think I've been retired since 1962. I just did lots of fun things.
Okay, so now we are going to take,
You're right.
and we're going to wrap this around and tie it in a knot on the front. Sometimes I like putting a little bit of adhesive on my ribbon just to hold it in place on the back. So I just put a little bit of tape there, holding it in place. And then I'm going to wrap it to the front and then just tie it in a knot. Or a bow if you want to do a bow instead. I am not doing a bow.
This is an adorable card, Sarah. No mail tomorrow, Veterans Day.
Correct.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Leslie. Oh, Leslie didn't get one either. Thanks, Leslie. We'll send one.
I don't know how that happened. We haven't missed this many pieces in one kit in a while. Becky must have missed a whole round or something. Becky was having a brain fart when she was kidding. Now, to attach this, we're going to put tape on the back, and I forgot to explain this before. But your tape is going to go around the outside of your layer, and then it's going to go around your flip it. So do not tape over the top of your flip it. You can go all the way around your flip it, but never put tape over your flip it. If you put tape over your flip it, guess what? It doesn't flip. So we can't call it a flip it, we can just call it a layer. So when you're putting tape on the back, put it all the way around the outside and make sure to go around your flip it. And then you're going to attach that to the front of your card. And again, if your pull here is sticking out a little bit far, like I cut mine crooked, you can trim it now at this point again.
Oh, Donna O'Hare, maybe you didn't get one either. But you've got a pull here stamp,
No. Yeah, there's a pull here stamp. I had one from Endless Creations. So there you have your flip it card. So even if you didn't have your, you can make your pull, you know, if you keep it kind of loose, you can make that a little bit, you know, you can still slide that in there. Or maybe you just don't want to put that front layer on until you do get to pull here. That's probably the easiest thing to do. Or if you have really good handwriting, you can write pull here. You can brush blend your white flip it tab and into a yellow or a tan, and then you can just write pull here. So sorry about that. So that's our flip it card, and then we're going to go on to our last card.
It's 6:57.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Just thought I'd tell you.
although I am moving a little bit slower than I normally move. So we're going to do the folding first. I've got all the pieces here. I did not do my coloring.
Wow, Melinda Morning says it was 76 where you live, Melinda, and it's going to plummet to 34. Oh,
Yep.
my word. Same thing here.
Okay, so I'm just going to draw out our scores really quick. Yours is the dark orange, which unfortunately the dark orange is one of the discontinued basis colors, and we happen to use it in a lot of our die cuts. So, you know, we do have a fairly good stock of them on some of them, and we're just going to go with them until we run out, because I just don't even have a good replacement for that, which kind of is a bummer. So on this card you have the scores are my dashed marks, and then your slit is my orange. When I fold this, I always fold it away from me. Why I do that, you ask? I don't know. That's the way I always do it. So it's folded, and you're always going to fold the insides or the outsides. And I always fold the insides first. So you rarely take your hand and go like this, with the exception of this one score here that goes all the way across. And we already did that score for you. This is how your card came. And I'm going to do it twice. So if you want to watch it once, and then I'll do it with my dark orange one after that. But I am going to take my hands, and I always kind of put my, one of my fingers behind my score as I'm bending it, and the other, my thumb and my pointer finger, are usually on the front, folding, or opposite. I usually have one on the, if I'm folding a valley, it might be opposite. If I'm folding a mountain, usually I have one behind it and two on top. If I'm folding a valley, it's the opposite, where I have one pushing the valley in and the other two behind it. So it came like this, and that's a mountain fold. And then we're going to go to our next one, and that's a valley fold. So, and you don't have to worry about folding it like all the way on top of each other. We're just kind of creasing the scores. And then we're walking our fingers down, and the next one is a mountain fold. So this is where I have my one finger behind, my two fingers on the top. That's our mountain fold. And again, you're not folding it so it's flat, you're just kind of creasing it in the direction it goes. Then I walk my fingers down, and I fold a valley fold. And then, once you do that, if you just kind of take your hand now and you're kind of pushing that in, so we're bending this middle score this time, and that one's a valley, and voila, it's kind of already going the way we need it to go. So let's go on, and I'm going to do my orange one this time without my writing marks on it.
Wow.
So
just kind of takes care of itself, doesn't it?
It does just kind of take care of itself. So we have our mountain fold. We walk our fingers down, and this first one is a valley fold. Okay. See how I just kind of bend it the way it goes? Then our next one is a mountain fold. See how I always have my finger in the valley? And when the mountain, I have my other two fingers on each side of the mountain. And then I go down and I do my valley fold. And then this middle one is kind of already going where it goes, and I just push it flat. So that's our funky fold accordion. So it's pretty easy to fold. I mean, it looks more complicated than it is. So there we go with the fold. So now this is the front of the card, this is the inside of the card. These two pieces are the inside. I don't even have a picture of what this card looks like. Oh, here I do. Do I need it? Hopefully not. So this is our autumn hay, and we're just going to attach these two pieces together. And then we do have a thin piece of, what is this, sunset, no, is this sunset shimmer? It's one of the glitter papers. You can do it all the way to the edge and then trim it off, or you can pull it in a little bit so it lines up with the autumn hay. It's up to you. Yeah, this is Sunset Shimmer. And you're just going to attach that piece on there. And if you want to put it up higher, just, you probably don't want to go up too high because you don't want to see it, you know. So this is the inside of your card. You could put it inside your card and then decide where you wanted it to go, but I just did mine right down the middle. And then I attached this big layer to the inside of my card. Then we have, okay, let's set up some of our other pieces here. So this piece you're going to color all these and then fussy cut them out. I'm going to set up my circles just so everybody makes sure they have them right. So we have a big brown, a little brown, and then our orange ones fit on top of there, and then our fossil ones fit on top of there. So I just want to make sure we have everything. We have 2 gold pieces, we have 2 brown pieces, we have 2 embossed pieces, and then we have our autumn blessings. Now this is the one that goes on the inside of here, so I am just going to trim off, you know, this piece is long, you're going to trim it off. If you want to trim it smaller, you can. And then you're going to layer it on your small piece of bronze metallic, and then you're going to trim that off. And then I did pop that up with foam tape.
This is a nice class, Sarah.
Thank you. Yeah, my goal is to try and do some more of these 3-card classes on Thursday nights with you. So, I mean, I'll do my demos too, but maybe once a month we'll do a 3-card class. Once a month will be a work along, the other 3 will just be a demo. Not just a demo, because sometimes those are harder because they're not planned. Alright, so we've got that. Let's go on to some of our inking. So if you like these the way they are, you can just attach them. I did color them a little with a tan ink pad, and I just dragged the ink across the top. So up to you. Leave them just as dots or add a little color to them. The other things that I added color to are the edges of these 2 pieces. And you can use a blending brush or a sponge. I thought I had a sponge here, because sometimes sponges are just quick and easy. And I don't know if this is a dark enough ink pad to do that. No, I'm going to get a darker ink pad, a darker brown. So, but totally up to you, just adding a little bit of color to the edges of your 2 fossil circles.
All of your inks tonight, Impression Obsessions, right?
Correct.
All right, thanks.
And these circles are our new stitched circles, so I think they're die 173 and 174. And the stamp sets are Impression Obsession 2.
Love the IO inks and the added color.
So that's all we're doing for inking. So now we're doing assembly, coloring, fussy cutting. So our polka dot embossed pieces we're going to attach to our big brown. Now before we put these on there, we are going to put our little gold ones on there first because this piece will overlap our gold ones slightly. If you already put this one on there, you could always take a little trim off of your gold. But if you attach your gold first, then our two on the ends will just overlap that gold just by a little bit. Okay, so go ahead and attach your gold on there first. And that's our gold Miri Lava, which we've used a couple times tonight. So I am like putting these to these three sides, and I'm not worrying about where it falls right here because that will be overlapped anyways. Okay, so now I can put tape on the back of my polka dot ones. And I can attach those. All right. So there's the start of our card. Now, on the front, this one that's going on the front, these you can pop up to your heart's content. So if you want to pop every layer up, you can. This one I wouldn't pop up as much just because it ends up being on the inside of your card and we already popped this one up. So it's going to get really thick if you pop up all of these. So I think I just put these two down flat, and then I think I put all of these down flat and then I just popped up my pumpkin. But up to you. If you're hand delivering your card or if it's just being used as a sample, pop away. And it's also up to you whether you want to center that. I did put it closer to on my gold than centered. So yeah, you can pop as much as you want or don't pop. I know on the front I did pop because it's on the front. I think this bottom one I attached flat. Just be careful. No, actually no it doesn't. I was thinking when you're putting layers on this front, if any parts are going to be, sticking up where they're not attached, just be careful not to put adhesive. Like if you were off centering this, then you wouldn't want to put adhesive right here because it's going to be open adhesive. So, but most of this one does fall. Oh, I've got a piece of my hair in there. Does fall on that layer. And this one I did center more because my circle's a little bit bigger. Sometimes you need to look at the front of it too to decide where you want to put it. But then the next two layers I know I did pop up. So let me get my handy dandy foam tape reel here. I knew I didn't get enough cut before class tonight, but that's okay. And then, I don't know if you did your homework, but the next is just coloring and fussy cutting. If I remember, it was fairly easy coloring. So, let's go to it. Although you guys are probably ahead of me. So I'm going to color fairly quickly because you guys joined me for a longer night tonight than normal. And you're going to see me again on Saturday. I tend to hold my markers as I color. I don't know if you all do that too. But yeah, I don't know why. I just tend to hold on to them. Okay, so let's do... My mom's typing away over there.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's typing.
Well, Marion Phillips said it sounds like you've had lots of fun, different careers.
Oh, so you're typing about all your...
I said, yeah, in 1982 to 2000 we owned that bed and breakfast, spending the first 5 years restoring. Sarah and Ron worked for us. Sarah in our bed and breakfast and in our print shop, and Ron in our print shop too. So we've just had lots of fun over the years. Finally, in 2019, we hung it all up.
Then they came to help me, or hang out with me.
Yep.
You know, I am by no means an expert at coloring. I've never taken a coloring class. I probably should do that.
Always an adventure, right, Sarah?
Yep. Life is always changing.
Yep. It's been a fun journey.
Alrighty. Are you guys all done? Or are you coloring with me?
All right, let's see what's going on here. The thing that Melinda likes about the stitch circles is that the stitching can be seen and there is a small dot between each stitch.
Oh yeah, I did that. Because
Yeah.
everybody did stitching. I like my little dot, my line dot, I don't know what you call it. I do like my little stitch dot, stitch dot, stitch dot. Yeah, I was trying to do something a little bit different because everybody has a, you know, everybody does stitching. So I was like, huh, what can I do that's a little different? So yeah, I'm pretty proud of that. I don't know, maybe somebody else is doing that too, I don't know. But at the time that I did it, I don't think there was anybody doing it.
3 finished cards. Oh, Donna, you're so happy.
It's always nice to finish, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, that coloring looks so pretty, Sarah.
All right. Getting there.
Wow. Yeah.
That one's a little bit out of ink. Oops, out of the lines a little bit. That's okay, right?
Hey, we never did color in the lines, Sarah.
Yeah. Alrighty. Coloring check. Now fussy cutting, which these aren't so, oops, I missed part of my coffee cup. These are not so bad to fussy cut. Unless you want to get the little swirly thing, then it's a little. But after I fussy cutted them, actually I think it's fussy cut them, then I did use foam tape to pop them up. So somebody asked me about the set that I am using tomorrow, which is from Impression Obsession, with the dog with the cone. That one actually is not online unless they got it put online. So if you have the kit, the number is, can you or Melinda go to the Impression Obsession website and look up CL1159?
CL1159,
Right.
Impression Obsessions.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's a set that I'm using tomorrow, and it's the dog with the cone. And it, they do have it because I was at their warehouse, but it wasn't online. So unless they got it put online, you would have to call them, but it is a current set. I will probably forget to say that tomorrow, and because I'm fussy cutting, I just thought of it. Because this set that I'm doing is one of their sets too.
CL1159.
Mm-hmm. Does it come
No
up?
products.
Okay, so yes, that is from the dog set that I'm using tomorrow. And I will email them and tell them, can you get that online? But it probably won't be till Monday. But it is a current set if you're doing my tomorrow cards. So if you're brave enough to do this little top of the little steam, that can get a little tricky, but because yeah, Impression Obsession is going mostly to clear with their once a month cling set, and the turkey was one of their once a month cling sets. So that set will only be available for a short time. So it's on their website right now. But then once they run out of it, it'll go away. So if you did like that turkey, that's one that you probably need to get from Impression Obsession sooner than later. Alrighty, we're getting there.
Yeah. Don't bother taking a coloring class. You're doing great without it.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I think my coloring has come a long way. Just by doing it. You know, when the Copics first came out, I was like, I hate coloring. I have markers. I don't use them. I have crayons. I have pencils. And so I'm like, I'm not getting those things. And yeah. Then I started using them and I was like, oh crap, I'm getting these things. I know there's other brands of alcohol markers out there. They're probably just as good. I don't know. These are just the ones that I started with. Because every time I would go to a show, when we traveled all the time, I would just go and just buy a few at every show. And before you know it, I have like a whole crap ton. That's how it happens, isn't it, with stamps? All right.
Fussy cut. Wow.
I am just going to put foam tape on the back of each one and get them placed, and then I'm going to call it a night. If you're not done, you can go ahead and, you know, fussy cut in front of the TV or whatever relaxing for you. Sometimes it's relaxing to do it. I mean, I'm doing mine, you know, because you guys are watching me, but sometimes it's relaxing just to sit and do it, you know, on your own.
When did you start stamping, Sarah?
Let's see. I started stamping. We started our business in 1996, and I started stamping shortly before that. I went to a dots party, which I think dots became close to my heart, I think, or it's the other way around. It was one of the home parties called Dots, Dozens of Terrific Stamps. And I went to a party and I started stamping that way. So yeah, for a long time. But even though I've been doing it a long time, I still don't know everything. You know, I still play with stuff, and like last week, I don't play with vellum that often, so you're still always learning, you know, with new products and everything that comes out. And I don't get to stores that often. I go to Valley Stamp and Scrap every once in a while, but you know, I'm pretty much in my own little world right here. So sometimes I have to force myself to go and, you know, get some of the new products that are out there just to play with them. When I went to shows, then I would see new products way more often. So you can put your coffee cups wherever you would like. The pumpkin I did put on my circle there. But if you want to arrange your things differently, you know, it's your card, it's your project, you do you. Because yeah, you could put, you know, some up there if you wanted. Just when you're putting things up, just know that you're going to see it from the front, depending on where it goes. And that's sometimes it's fun to put, you know, embellishments up at the top and the bottom, because you'll see those when you fold your card. One more cup. I like some pumpkin spice, like cappuccino. I only have it once during, or one time of the year, and that time is coming up soon. I can't have a lot of them either every once in a while. So, but having one as a treat is like pretty awesome. So, we did our 3 fall cards. Hopefully you finished your fall cards too. So we have our Semi-Funky Fold Accordion. We have our Flip It card. And then we have our Happy Fall Y'all card. So thank you for joining me tonight, guys, and we will see you on Saturday. Bye.
Bye.